Is this the next job earmarked for yokozuna Kakuryu after his retirement announcement today? We've now learned from Coach Michinoku that although mentally Kakuryu was prepared to go on, his latest injury had not healed as planned, and the physical burden was just too great. This was apparently brought home to him during this morning's training session, when he failed to move around anywhere near the level he desired. Ringing in his ears also was the recent criticism thrown at both yokozuna by NHK pundits and yokozuna council members, the gist of which called for Hakuho and Kakuryu to view the rank as a sumo treasure and not a personal possession. It seemed like a sudden surge in practice ring despair caused him to quit on the spot. Kiribayama confirmed Kakuryu did attend morning training but said nothing of retirement at that time, leaving his stablemates just as shocked as the fans were this afternoon. Reaction to the announcement has indeed been pouring in since I broke the story a few hours ago. Interviewed by NHK, Shodai said he felt sad and emotional at losing the sparring partner who'd looked after him from his professional beginning, while Meisei said he felt fortunate to have Kakuryu watching him train on tour and offering advice, adding that as he'd lost their only competitive bout, he had long been waiting for another. Terunofuji called him a yokozuna I've respected for a long time, and thanked him for his guidance over the past 11 years. Takakeisho praised his work ethic on tour, which encouraged other wrestlers to try harder, while Asanoyama was grateful for their many training sessions after he reached Division 1. Finally, sumo chairman Hakkaku, who was hoping to see him fight as a Japanese citizen just once, praised his efforts over the past 19 years, adding, "It was a shame he couldn't get back in shape. I now hope he can shadow Coach Michinoku and train up good wrestlers himself." NHK confirmed they are expecting him to hold a news conference tomorrow, and we await that with interest. Now, on the dohyo today, and I'm sorry I wasn't there, Ura, like Kakuryu, failed to make a romantic winning comeback as he went down to Chiyomaru. "As I lost, my movement can't have been good," he said. "But I still want to go for a winning score. My calf is okay and has really recovered over the past 2 days." Also in Division 2, Enho moved a giant rotating step closer to a top-flight return with a pivot throw win over Sadano Umi, his 8th of the tournament, and all by a different technique. "I failed at the tachi-ai and lost the technical battle, then just threw out of desperation," said the lightweight. "It just goes to show something can still happen at the ring's edge if I don't give in. I've now found I'm winning in positions from which I'd normally lose." And asked to recall his one bout with Kakuryu this time last year, he said, "I found out how really strong he is and how weak I am." In Division 1, with 11 days down, several wrestlers confessed to feeling the cumulative strain. 31-year-old Hideno Umi, who beat Chiyoshoma for a 7th win, said, "It's tough right now, and not just because I'm in Division 1 again. These days, from about day 3 onwards, it's always tough." And 35-year-old Akiseyama, forced out by Tsurugisho, added, "I'm a bit tired, but hey, so is everyone, and I feel like this in every tournament." Tochinoshin equaled the 4 wins he posted last time with a slapdown of Chiyotairyu, ending a run of 5 straight defeats. "I'm fighting calmly but just not seeming to win," he began. "My body's in a tough place right now, but I'll be fighting hard in the final 4. On Kakuryu, he said, "I feel sad that so many guys in my age group are leaving, but every veteran has to go through this." Far younger Hoshoryu, who posted a 7th win by scoop throw on Okinomi, half apologized to his coach post-match. "Coach always tells me not to concede an inside arm," he said, "but that's what soon happened despite good initial impact. Given that, it was really good I won." Takarafuji cited Kindai University mate Tokushoryu as the inspiration for his 2nd win against another Kindai man, Shimano Umi. Tokushoryu sent me a message yesterday pointing out how bad our scores were and how we should improve them in tandem, he revealed. So I was really fired up today and will do my best to pick up more wins this week. Hokutofuji, who became a father on Monday, was delighted to beat long-term rival Mitakeumi for the first time in 5 and pick up his 7th win. I'll go home and meet my boy after the basho, he promised, and I think my sense of responsibility will increase. In the title race, Terunofuji insisted his tug of Takanosho's arm was unplanned as he posted win number 8, just one short of an Ozeki return. He views Kakuryu's retirement as a passing of the baton to him and his colleagues. Shodai continued his amazing run against Takayasu, beating him for the 8th time straight with a thrustover. My left arm started boring inside at the tachi-ai, and I think I made my power tell, said the Ozeki of his 6th win. I wasn't very conscious of his position as leader. My only thought was to impact with maximum power at that tachi-ai, and I hope to do more of the same in the days ahead. A visibly nervous Takayasu declined interviews today. Pundits put this loss down to a lack of confidence against this particular foe, and expect him to bounce back in the days ahead. He's still hot favourite to win it. Takakeisho easily dismissed Kiribayama with a trademark thrusting display, and gave us a trademark comment. You've just got to give it everything, so whatever happens, I just want to fight fully focused. He needs just the one more win to keep rank. And the closer saw Asanoyama beat last week's leader Myogiryu to keep his faint title hopes alive. We'll be following him and other key players tomorrow when our videos return. And we will keep an eye on Kotoshoho, who will be back on his sprained ankle in a last-ditch effort to limit how far he falls. That's quite a decision. It's been quite a day. Let's prepare for more twists and turns tomorrow.